Ever catch yourself trapped in a whirlwind of thoughts, unable to break free? You're not alone. This phenomenon, known as overthinking, has a knack for sneaking into our lives, often uninvited. It's as if our minds are stuck on a never-ending merry-go-round of negativity, replaying past blunders or forecasting future calamities. Imagine a thought train chugging along a track. Overthinking is like a runaway locomotive, barreling down the rails without a conductor, fueled by self-doubt, anxiety, and regret. It's an exhausting journey, one that can leave us feeling mentally drained and emotionally depleted. Overthinking isn't just an occasional nuisance, it's a pervasive issue that can significantly impact our daily lives. It can rob us of our sleep, impair our decision-making abilities, and even sabotage our relationships. It's a daunting problem, yet understanding it is the first step towards tackling it. That, my friends, is overthinking, but what causes us to overthink? The answer lies within our very own complex, intricate brains. It's within this labyrinth of neurons and synapses that the roots of overthinking reside. Now let's take a journey into the human brain, the grand architect of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. When we encounter emotional stress, our brain, as a defense system, kicks into high gear. This is much like our body's response to a physical threat, only this time, the threat is intangible, it's psychological. This stress activates a part of our brain called the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure located deep within our brain's temporal lobe. The amygdala is like the brain's alarm system, constantly on the lookout for anything that might harm us. Upon detecting stress, it sends out a distress signal, leading to the release of stress hormones. These hormones prepare us to face the perceived threat, a response known as the fight or flight reaction. But what happens when the threat is not a ferocious animal, but rather our own thoughts? You see, the amygdala, for all its importance, can't distinguish between a physical threat and emotional stress. Consequently, it reacts to both in the same way. So when we're stressed, anxious, or dwelling on negative thoughts, the amygdala triggers the same fight or flight response. This would be great if we needed to outrun a lion, but in the case of overthinking, this response isn't helpful. Instead, it ends up fueling the fire of our negative thoughts, creating a vicious cycle of overthinking. Our brain, therefore, in its attempt to protect us, can sometimes work against us. It can trap us in a loop of negative thoughts, making us our own worst enemy. This might sound grim, but don't lose heart. Our brain may be the source of the problem, but it's also the key to the solution. In the next scene, we'll explore some practical strategies to navigate the maze of overthinking. So, our brain, in an attempt to protect us, can sometimes become our own worst enemy, but can we do something about it? Let's find out in the next scene. Fortunately, yes, there are ways we can navigate this maze of overthinking. Let's delve into some of the strategies that can guide us out of this cognitive labyrinth. Firstly, there's breath work, a technique as simple as it sounds. By harnessing the power of our breath, we can ground ourselves in the present moment, disrupting the cycle of negative thoughts. Next, we have meditation, a practice that's been around for thousands of years. It helps us observe our thoughts without judgment, teaching us to let go of those that don't serve us. Physical exercise is another potent tool in our arsenal. Whether it's a brisk walk in the park or an intense gym session, physical activity can shift our focus away from overthinking and onto our body's movements. Then there's the power of calming tones. Ever noticed how certain sounds can wash over you, bringing a sense of serenity? That's because our brains respond to frequency and rhythm, making music a powerful ally in combating overthinking. Finally, we have suggestive hypnotism. Now, don't let the term scare you off. It's a therapeutic technique that uses guided relaxation and focused attention to create a heightened state of awareness, helping us to reframe our thoughts and break free from the overthinking cycle. Implementing these strategies in daily life can make a world of difference. But remember, it's okay to seek professional help when needed. Overthinking can be managed, but it's important to remember that there's no magic cure. It's about consistent application of strategies like breathwork, meditation, and physical exercise, and staying attentive to your overall mental well-being. Overthinking is a common occurrence. There's no shame in it. It's part of the human experience. If it becomes overwhelming, seeking professional help is a step towards improvement. Remember, you're not alone in this battle. And as always, subscribe to support us in bringing more of these discussions to you.